A woman can be attracted to you and still not respect you. She can sleep with you. She can call you her boyfriend. She can
This is
even...
what a lot of men don't understand. A woman definitely could be attracted to you but not respect you. It's not enough for a woman to like you. Respect has to do with something that is sacred. It has to do with the dynamics of men and women and returning back to that which is holy, that which is sacred, that which is God. If you are content with just her liking you, it's going to eventually get into disrespect and resentment and hatred, because you're going to realize, where are you leading me? Oh, you don't know? You're leading me straight to hell. And that's where it's going to be. So you need to have a spiritual foundation, right? And I'm not going to lie to you and make you guess what that spiritual foundation is. I'm just say straight up,
I think there's a moment every man dreads when you realize that the woman next to you doesn't look at you the same anymore. She's still in the room. She still sends a good morning text. She still plays her part. But deep down, you feel the shift. The warmth is gone. The effort's gone. The spark that used to be automatic, now it feels just forced. She used to lean in closer. Now she turns away. She used to light up when you walked in. Now you can barely get eye contact. You start asking yourself, did I do something wrong? What changed? And the truth is, you didn't cheat. You didn't lie. You didn't stop loving her. You just made the mistake almost every good man makes. You assumed being liked was enough. You thought being the guy who listens, supports her dreams, helps her through anxiety, that would earn her loyalty. You thought if she stayed, that meant she valued you. But what you missed is that she was no longer looking up to you. She admired your kindness, but she stopped respecting your leadership. And that's when it hit you.
1,000%. And the reason why is because you were no longer leading. Everything you did was for her approval. This is why this idea of being this good guy or being this person that's liked is a bad thing. You have to be yourself, but you have to have the foundation of who you are. What is your identity? What is your purpose? A lot of men lack purpose. Purpose is what's needed, because purpose brings forth drive, and drive brings forth vision. Now you can get to the vision, right? But this is why the foundation has to be with, who are you as a person, right? So what is your identity outside of this woman, outside of this relationship? This is what garners respect. This is what garners a story.
You are good enough to be chosen, but not good enough to be followed. Because attraction isn't the finish line, respect is. Without it, you're not her man, you're her emotional support system, her backup plan, her just in case nothing else works out. So in this video, I'm going to break down the 6 things women do only for men they actually respect. Not for the men they use, not for the men they manipulate, not for the men they settle for. If you're not seeing these signs, don't panic. The answer is not to chase her harder. It's about becoming the kind of man she can't afford to lose. The man who rewires how she shows up in a relationship, because you don't just pull her in, you lead her. And if you've ever been confused, betrayed, or blindsided by a sudden shift in her energy, it's probably because she never respected you in the first place. That's not an insult, that's a wake-up call. A woman can be attracted to you and still not respect you. She can sleep with you, she can call you her boyfriend, she can
This
even...
is what a lot of men don't understand. A woman definitely could be attracted to you but not respect you. It's not enough for a woman to like you. Respect has to do with something that is sacred. It's sacred, and it has to do with the dynamics of men and women and returning back to that which is holy, that which is sacred, that which is God, right? And if you are content with just her liking you, it's going to eventually get into disrespect and resentment and hatred, because you're going to realize, where are you leading me? Oh, you don't know? You're leading me straight to hell. And that's where it's gonna be. So you need to have a spiritual foundation, right? And I'm not going to lie to you and make you guess what that spiritual foundation is. I'm just say straight up, it's Jesus Christ. When you have that foundation in who Jesus Christ is, and I'm not talking about the fake churches, I'm talking about an actual relationship with the one true God, right? As recorded in the Gospel of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, you now actually have a grounding and an actual love. And when you're talking to this lady, she actually reverences you and respects you. And you'll start to notice that you'll start to respect yourself, not because anything that you have done, but because who you are connected to based on what you believe. And this is why it's important. As a man thinks, so he is. So you must actually believe in something much greater than yourself. And then she will see the residue of those thoughts. And then you actually both led in a positive direction towards life, peace, and prosperity. So these are things that I know a lot of guys struggle with, because when I was in my early 20s, I didn't have any direction. My dad did not know the game, not even a fleshly game or a spiritual game. And the truth of the matter is, both are happening simultaneously. The fleshly game, you could get that from so many different people on YouTube. But the spiritual game is that which is and always was and always will be. And that's to the core, and that's sustaining. The fleshly game gets you in and out, and then at the end of the day, you're still going to need a spirit to revive you back to life once you die throughout all the consumptions of the vices of the flesh.
say I love you and still never view you as the man she needs to submit to. That's because respect is a completely different game. Attraction pulls her in, respect makes her stay aligned. It affects
It's so funny how she actually mentions game. I was just talking about that. It's crazy.
everything: how she talks to you, how she listens, how she handles conflicts, how she reacts under pressure, how she acts when you're not around. And here's what no one told you: a woman's love doesn't mean anything if it doesn't come with respect. So here we go.
Sure.
Number one, she listens and actually adjusts. Most women are excellent at expressing themselves, but they're not always great at receiving you. She'll vent, she'll over explain, she'll dump her feelings on you. But when you speak, does she actually listen? When a woman respects you, something changes. She stays quiet, she locks in. She's not just hearing you, she's processing you. She starts applying what you say. You bring up a concern once,
Right.
she changes it. You correct her, she doesn't fight. You can actually see her thinking about it because your input holds weight. Your word
Yeah, you really become a teacher and she becomes a student. There's amount of reverence because she actually wants to grow and learn and actually obtain the mind that you have. She's trying to absorb, she's trying to consume, she's trying to chew her food, right? The food that you're giving her, she's trying to consume it. And this is important because if a woman doesn't respect you and she's not growing in the direction that you're leading, that means she's going in a different direction. And that shows is that she's not interested in following you, but she's interested in following something because women are meant to be followers, whether that be following the Kardashians, following the ways of this world, following any foolish thing, but the program in which you're setting. Because the truth of the matter is, we're all following some type of program. You need to download yourself with the program that is in the word, right? And then afterwards, she will download that same program. But if you're not following, if you're not downloading any program for yourself, that is sustainable, she's going to go out and seek something to download, right? And even if you don't download, you're downloaded by default because there's always a default script within any type of fleshly program that you're running. So, just to make it in code, that's basically what's going on.
Words don't feel like just noise. They feel like guidance. If you're always repeating yourself or feel like your words bounce off of her, you're not leading. You're basically background noise, and no woman respects background noise. Number two, she watches her mouth around you. You want to know how a woman really feels about you? Don't just watch what she does. Listen to how she speaks. If she's sarcastic, cutting, makes slick comments or jokes at your expense, that's not just immaturity. That's her testing how far she can push you without consequences.
And that's why I'm going to give you guys the secret sauce. Pay attention to this. If you're with a girl and she wants to you to do like a TikTok, and then like at the end of the TikTok, you're like looked at as stupid or you're the butt of the joke, this girl does not respect you at all. This girl respects you not at all. Why? Because not only she doesn't respect you, but she's showing other people, hey, look how much I don't respect this guy. It's very, very important because you have to understand that everything is social dynamics. These hierarchies, even with women. A woman who is well respected in the hierarchy of a woman, she wants to show the status that her man is also well respected, and she's not going to do anything to downgrade the man because that downgrades her status. And this is why you have to be careful if you're with a person who's self-deprecating, because how they see themselves is actually how they're going to also see you. So this is why you have to really do some vetting in the process of dating to just know who you're dealing with and what you're dealing with. So this is just solid advice. Respect is number one. You want to have respect. I rather have a girl respect me than I sleep with the girl. It's very important. You get the respect first and foremost because transference is real. Sleeping with someone that doesn't respect you, you're not even going to respect yourself. And honestly, if you're just sleeping with anyone, you don't respect yourself anyway.
But when a woman respects you, that sarcasm completely disappears. She doesn't talk to you like you're one of her friends. She doesn't treat you like a punching bag. That filter turns on automatically, not out of.
In fact, it's the opposite. She protects you. She protects your energy in any realm of conversation, whether she's talking about her friends. If they bring you up, it better be respectful. If her family brings you up, she defends you. Everything is about respect. Why? Because it's reverence. How dare you talk about my king? That's how it's supposed to be. Oh, this is misogynistic. No, this is called love. You also supposed to protect your woman's energy as well. That's your wife. You have to protect her energy. Don't let anyone just talk crazy about her. That's the soft part of you. I mean, I'd rather you attack me directly than attack my wife, because then the things is coming out, because that's the vulnerable part of me. How dare you? It's just important to have that self-love and grow together as a unit.
fear, but out of instinct because she knows you're not a man she can run over and you're not a man she wants to. Number 3, she changes her behavior without the attitude. There's a huge difference between a woman who hears your concerns and one who adjusts for them. You bring something up and she says, well, that's just how I am, or you're being too sensitive, or worse, every woman does that. That's not self-awareness.
Every woman does that. And this is why you know you're dealing with a very basic person who's just trying to fit into the program. And honestly, just let them be. Certain times you don't have to try to even correct all the time. Sometimes you let people identify themselves. And once she identifies themselves as someone who wants to be part of the crowd, if you don't want to be part of the crowd, you remove yourself from the equation. You just do the what do they do it in Dragon Ball Z? You do the instant transmission. You just put your hands right there. That's it. You get out of there. That's it.
That's disrespect. But when a woman respects you, she listens, she absorbs, she course corrects without the drama. No guilt trips, no attitude, no excuses. She doesn't need to be convinced to do better. She just does it. Because in her mind, being out of alignment with you feels like being off code. This is her recognizing your value. Number 4, she talks about you with pride even when you're not around. Respect shows up.
Isn't that crazy? I was just saying this. And I'm not one of those people who like watches the video first. I don't have time for that. We do no raw cut reaction. But exactly. She defends you. She protects your energy.
It's
important.
Number 4, she talks about you with pride even when you're not around. Respect shows up when you're not there. Is she silent when your name comes up? Does she downplay who you are? Or worse, does she make excuses for being with you? That's a red flag. But if her voice changes when she talks about you, if she quotes you, defends you, or you hear from her friends how often your name comes up, that means she sees you as a man worth attaching her name to. She's proud to be next to you. Because
and I'm be real with you guys. This is something that you yourself have to be exceptional within yourself. You can't just expect this and you are not an exceptional man. You have to be exceptional. Being exceptional is important. That's the prerequisite. That's how you get the respect, you know? And what happens is you carry yourself with respect and you're holding something worthy of respect. This is important. You are harboring something worthy of respect within you as a vessel. I'm talking to somebody here who can receive it. So once you have that, then you'll grow, right? Very important.
you're not just the guy she sleeps with, you're the standard she uses to measure other men. Number 5, she asks for your input before making major moves. Attraction makes her crave your attention. Respect makes her crave your direction. If she includes you in major...
I gotta say, this woman's on point. I'm gonna have a link to her down below. Because this woman's not just kicking some BS, she's actually telling truth. Which is something, I'll be honest with you, a lot of women do not do, respectfully. A lot of women on YouTube, they do not do that. They don't actually tell the truth in any regard when it comes to relationship dynamics. They either tell women what they want to hear and tell men just garbage fluff to kind of tickle their ears and make them come back. But right now, this video, I can't talk about anything else, but for this video, she's speaking facts.
life decision or attention. Number 5, she asks for your input before making major moves. Attraction makes her crave your attention. Respect makes her crave your direction. If she includes you in major life decisions, if she asks for your thoughts before reacting emotionally, if she waits to hear what you think, she sees you as a man with judgment. You're not just her boyfriend, you're her counsel. And that's true power. That's influence. Most men never get to that level because most men confuse being liked with being listened to and respected. Number 6, she drops the gains and starts bringing you peace. If she used to test men, pull away randomly, start fights for attention, or run emotional laps just to feel power, but with you, she's calm, that's not just attraction. She's respecting your boundary line. When a woman
100%.
finally meets a man who makes her feel safe and led, she stops fighting for control. She stops needing the upper hand because she finally feels like she's next to a man who can't be shaken. That's what lets her know it's okay to be soft. That's what makes her want to bring peace into your life. She doesn't want to challenge you. She wants to contribute to you. Now, let me be honest with you guys here. You cannot attract the right women without being highly respected. Because if you're
Yo, it's crazy. You would really think, yo, well, you know, you watched the video first. I did not watch the video first. But this is the facts. You got to be respected yourself before any of this stuff to apply to you. It won't apply to you. You just can't just watch a YouTube video and then somehow you're this guy. No. You have to actually do the work. You know, it's okay to subscribe to me and watch my videos and all these things, but you got to actually apply what's being said. And I'll say, start with the gospel of Jesus Christ. If you're having trouble reading it, KJV, listen. Just learn what it's like to be a real man. Why? Because Jesus Christ created man. He created man in his image. He will teach you the ways. This is why anyone who doesn't respect Jesus Christ doesn't have any respect for the sanctity of life. Jesus Christ garners everyone's respect. That's why everyone talks about him. All these years later, our timeline is based on it. BC, come on. Can't make it up. So that's how you get the real respect. Now, I'm not talking about the fake churches and all this stuff. Forget that nonsense. The Gospels is a record from your father speaking to you as a son. So you want to hear it as that. Like, let's just say that your dad died, right? And you never got to meet him. And what happened was, before he died, he left you a video that you were to listen to at the age of 20. Then you become 20 years old and you listen to it. You go into a room and you listen to it. You don't listen. Let's say it's a 30-minute video, right? Or 30-minute audio. You don't listen for 10 minutes. And then after that, you skip to, 25 minutes. And then you say, okay, I heard it all. No, you don't skip any pieces. You listen to the whole record and you receive it. And that's going to affect you on an emotional, deep, spiritual level. That's what God gave us with the Gospels. You got to read the Gospels of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Every man is for you. It's for you. It's not for the fake churches. Forget that. It's for you. Pay attention to it. Read it. Receive what the message up from the Father, and you will grow.
Not respected, she won't grow with you, she won't submit to you, and she won't stay when things get hard. So if you're not seeing these signs, do not beg for them. Command them by who you become. Because the moment a woman truly respects you, she can't go back to treating you like everyone else. And that's the difference between being a guy she settles for and the man.
And she'll never leave you because she starts to realize that every other situation is a downgrade. When you really are so unique, any woman will see like, these guys are weird. This guy's the best guy. And they will know instinctively that, hey, these girls that's telling me something against this guy, they're actually hating on me and they want my man. They'll understand it. They'll start getting paranoid. Why? Because they'll realize, dang, I'm carrying around millions of dollars. That's how they'll move. They'll move around like, I have riches in this relationship.
She can never replace. If you're ready to step into that role fully, Attraction Secrets.
Shout out to this woman. But yeah, she's speaking facts, man. This is definitely informative. I hope you guys received the gems that were dropped today. And this is Spirit Man, guys. And be smart out there, guys. Be smart.